Hi and welcome to Friday's live trading. This is Kim speaking at about 9 o'clock in the morning. So we just got a setup that sort of occurred but not triggered yet. So just about to place a ticket on it. Now this is a particular setup I've been trading for a while now, and this whole platform has only trades coming from that particular setup. It's been trialed and tested in a proper way on a live account, and so it's set up. Don't particularly like the picture of it necessarily at this stage, but a break below this low here gives me the trigger. So I'm just placing it's a 1% risk, well 1.02 look percent risk for a 1.5% return. That gives the best yield. So that's all set, ready to go. So that's for this account. So I'm just pressing the sell stop there. So if it triggers, it triggers. Oh, I didn't put an expiration. It's got an expiration on this of an hour. So if it doesn't trigger by 10 o'clock, I'm not interested. There we go. So let's pop that in there now. Click that, and there we go. It's sitting there ready to go. Now, if it was to break the high of the not the last candle, but the candle before on this hourly, for example, I would be looking to cancel it. It'll have changed course too far. So really looking if it breaks that 1960 something. He says he's trying to get a cursor onto the chart, which never does when you're trying to do anything. So 1962, round about that. Oh, sorry, 1966 even. Didn't we win the World Cup that year? Anyway, on that basis, that is set up. So it's the only, as I say, it's a setup that's come through. I have to trade them all, because if I don't, it doesn't stick with my rules. It's not one I particularly like, but the setup's a setup, and trading's all about sticking to rules. If you've got a setup, take it. We had one of these come in yesterday morning. We had one on the yen yesterday. Actually, yesterday was Thursday, Wednesday actually came through, which for those people that joined us for 2-3 days from YouTube, hopefully you got your targets, because that hit a 1.5. I'll show you that later. But for now, pop this one on, and we'll see where it goes. Okay, so just coming back onto this euro, if I can put the euro back in here, didn't trigger the level earlier on, didn't trigger these lows here. It's just consolidated, so no trade set up. The little set on here, my trade automatically, I set it for an hour, and it just didn't trigger itself. So we've got a little inside bar there, bullish harami if anything. Now I'm going to sit on my hands a little bit. I was looking at other currency pairs as well for a potential setup. I'll have a look at that in a moment, but for now I've got no as I say, it didn't trigger, and unless it triggers, I'm not interested in the trade. It's lost its momentum, so it's a momentum following type swing trade. So I shall leave that there. As I said, the order itself, we can come back to the orders. You can see my orders. I've got no problem with that on this. Let's just bring the orders in. And so pending orders, there's nothing there now. Open positions, nothing. History, pending orders. There we go. It should. History. Orders, there we are. There you go, expired. So that expired, that particular order back there then. So expired. I have quite a lot of expiries on this type of trade, and I'm quite fussy. If I just run this back actually and show you from way back, there's a lot of trades that occur that just don't, just expired, and yeah, I'm very fussy if it doesn't work on its next hour, so hence I get a lot of expiries. If you look through here, it's probably about a third of them, a third of the setups I get on this particular strategy that actually I've generally expired. But it's cash operations, open positions, they're still on the history. Closed positions, I need to change the date on that then. That's why it's not showing it, but as I said, this is something I've been running live on this particular strategy since the 15th. Go back here, since the 15th of January. So it's set on a set account, and it's been working from that time, and it's doing all right. It's up a bit. So I will leave that for now anyway. So we've waited many hours now. It's now 12:05. I've got a little signal that's come up. One of my strategies that's come up on the Euro Yen here. It may never trigger. Looking for a break of this low here. So just done a few calculations. We're going to need around about a 39 pip stop loss. I've got the ticket ready over here with a 39 stop loss, so it's just checking the position size. Don't know if you guys do this, but the Euro Yen, this is a pound account. This trading platform that I'm using on this site here has got around about 5k in. I'm taking a 1% risk on it, 39 stop loss, and in fact my contract size on this one I've just got it calculate there, so I need to put in lots, 1.9 lots into that, so get the ticket ready for here. 1.9 lots, looking for a reward of 1.5 times the risk here. Now this is going to be a good till cancel, a good till day, but I will cancel this if it's not triggered by 1 o'clock today. So that's where we are with the ticket. With the price, well, I'm not going to give too much away, to be fair, but I'm looking for a break of this level here. Effectively the stop is sitting at 129.53, so it's just up here actually. Stop if it does trigger down here. The thing is, if it's going to come all the way back here, it's a long old way away, 39 pips, and I've definitely got it wrong. Somebody said, well, why don't you put your stop there? Well, the strategy I'm using, the stop goes to where I put the line there, and it works pretty well. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm looking, this is the risk that I'm putting in, and I'm looking for 1.5 times that risk, so times that R, so that's what I'm looking for if it triggers. If it in the meantime, before 1 o'clock goes up here, I'm going to cancel the trade. Sorry, not there. It goes beyond that high, I'll cancel the trade. It's fine if it goes up to this point here, but so long as it breaks this area, it's quite a big ask for the way it's moving now. It's had this recent large candle, so who knows? 20-30 pip moves, they can happen in these markets leading through. Now I know it's non-farm trading day, but the setup is the setup. Whenever I see it, I trade it. I'll show you the outcome for some of you who did the 2-3 days with us. Let me just get rid of the pen. I'll move that out of the way. In fact, let me just get this just to open the right bit here. Actually, before I do that, I might as well place that order. So I'm going to it's a sell stop that I'm placing, so I'm going to pop that in there. So it's got to trigger this point, as I say, for in the next hour, so I'll do that. So that's placed, and that will be in my working orders. Let's get rid of this. So there it is, sitting in the working orders. Let me just go, for those, as I said, that had come with us and traded for a couple of days, it's just run through. Actually, yesterday I took there was a trade that we took on Wednesday evening. Wednesday evening that came out yesterday and hit the target. So that hit its 1.5 R. That was that one there, and we lost 0.3 yesterday on my trade in the euro here, on this euro one here. So lost a 1.3 here. We did make another 1.5 elsewhere on a trade that I took with our normal day traders, so it made it a nicer day yesterday, but all the same, there's the, as I said, that was a trade for if you'd come and joined us for 2-3 days. That's what happened to it. It ticked in quite nicely. So let's go back to this. We'll leave this running. We've just moved into 10 minutes past 12. I'll let this roll now and see if it triggers. Okay, so I've got a little trade that may be setting up here on the pound. It's a trade I would take any day, normal days anyway. We'll see if it does it. I'm just waiting to see if it breaks down here. It's a statistical trade on the pound dollar for 5-minute time frame. I'm just setting up a ticket ready in case it does trigger, so it's going to have around about an 18 pip stop, so just calculating the stoppage here, 18 pips. Now I'm going with a 0.5% risk on this because we obviously come into non-farm payrolls in an hour. Now it could. The thing is, the setup's there. If I sit back too far and you just watch a lovely setup, hit the target, and you think, oh, I wish I took that. So I'll look at it. I'll maybe aggressive with the stop management if we get into the trade and it triggers and starts rolling for us. So no further to do. Need to do that. So going to pull up a ticket on the pound here. Sorry, I forgot what size I said now. I think it's 1.8 actually, half size on this. So looking for a 1.8 stop loss wise. Going to run for an 18, and I've got the ticket ready. So that's the ticket ready, sitting there, ready to go. And I'm just waiting for a break of this 21. So sorry, left it running here as I was typing the message into our clients here. But anyway, we'll see if this triggers. It pulls this for. So sitting here patiently waiting to see if this breaks. I did have the wrong ticket set up earlier on. I have now put it on the pound and not on the euro. Some of them kindly reminded me. We can all make these errors from time to time, and that would have been one. Going short on the euro instead of the pound. So just waiting for a break of this 21, something as simple as that. It's broken my trend line. It's doing the right sort of thing here. It just needs to break this level. As I said, taking a half size position because we do have non-farm payrolls coming out. That may work in our favour or not. Good old fat finger, yeah. They used to call me Fat Finger Watson. Okay, just got triggered into this movement. So it's open positions just running there. So I will just check my stops in a sufficient place. I'm make sure I've got individual positions showing there. Stop losses at 38.34. Yep, that'll be fine. So half size position, as I said, we've got non-farms coming out. I could ignore this, of course, but it's in such a lovely downward trend. Just come back for its 12 o'clock pivot, looking down towards this S1. What I will do if it comes back to these lows here is just be quite aggressive with this stop loss, but that's it. It should give me a reasonable outcome on that one. So we've just less than 1 minute and this to go, and this setup on here just isn't triggering the prior lows there. So I will be looking to cancel. There we go, cancel the trade. So unfortunately just lacked the momentum I needed to move on. So no euro yen trade. We still looking at this pound dollar, but it looks like I'm going to get stopped out of this. At this rate, it's just bounced off that last bar. Still see it's still in there at the moment, but it does look like the maybe leading before the 130 news that the for the non-farms that this dollar may be being sold a little bit. The euro's just catching a little bit of bid here. Just looking around the different markets, there's not a lot of movement in. We could yet survive, so I'll leave this rolling. Okay, so just been stopped out on that particular position. So as the order history sitting there, so there you go, half a percent on this account just wiped out in a matter of seconds, well, minutes. But it was the setup was there, and it's important. I could just leave it and say, well, you've got non-farm pays coming out, but non-farm payrolls may even have benefited the position. As it happens, we've just broken the highs there now, and it's put a higher low in, so it's changed the shape of the overall picture a little bit more now, more significant higher low, and that may push up. But for now, it's 13.04. I'm going to leave this until non-farms come out. Okay, so news just coming out here. Well, February payrolls came in nearly 1.5 times the expectation there, and well, my pound would have gone nicely if it just managed to hold in there. Unfortunately it hasn't, and the euro, we'll see if we get a bit of follow through from this. point just letting the euro ride its way out here a little bit. If it gives me a retrace here, I'm just going, as I said, I'm not just going to jump aboard on this, but if it gives me a retrace, next few minutes I might jump aboard. But has already moved quite well. But the so that jobs reports come in there quite strong. Unemployment rate 6.2 versus 6.3. More interested, the average hourly earnings was 0.2 versus 0.2. Average earnings 5.3 versus 5.3. Just looking through numbers quickly here. Weekly hours dropped a little. 2-month net revision minus 159. Change in private payrolls 465 versus 200. So there's some jobs there. Apparently, which could see us finding another opportunity. Okay, so I haven't got an entry at this moment, but I am looking to see if we do get a bit of a retrace. It is just bouncing at the moment off its daily S2 area, but that news is quite significant, and I do wonder if we'll get, as I say, more follow through from that. But just waiting patiently at the moment. So really, I'm just sitting here waiting to see if it breaks the low here. If it does, I'll see if I can get a bit more of a go with, but at this stage it's holding up too well. It would need about a 14 pips stop here. I've got a ticket ready just in case. It rolls over, but at this stage it just looks like it's still got more upsides to do here, so sitting on my hands at the moment. So just looking to see if this runs into this area here, finds a bit of resistance. If it does, just wait for the correction, sell on the break of this low here. So it's a close buy, but just waiting. Okay, so looking to sell into this move here. It breaks this low here, got a ticket ready, position size already, looking with about a 14 pip stop over the highs here. So preparing, just waiting for the break of the low. There's a bit of a confirmation. Waiting a moment, just waiting. Full size, yes, just going in with 1% risk on this. Roughly, it's actually a little bit less maybe on this particular account, but that's what I'm looking for. So not triggering quite yet, being patient again. May still want to run into that 521. It'd be nicer if it run into those lows, but the way the price action was running, it looked like it might not do it. Nothing worse than being a dick for a tick, just waiting for it to happen, and it's just that, you know, 1 pip away and then it rolls over. But it's not rolling over at the moment, it's holding on. So we'll pause this again. So still sitting here waiting patiently. Is it going to go? It's like watching a kettle boil, isn't it? It just really, there it goes. Is it going to go? It's going to go? Yeah, gone. Alright, so done. Okay, so short, looking at the top, as I say, I've got about a 14 pip stop on the top there. We'll see how it, and if it runs back south, really targeting towards the lows there. On a day like this, I may be a little bit aggressive, but just looking to see if it runs back south. Aggressive for the stop, that's what I mean. At the moment the stop's sitting at 1934, so just up here. Okay, so just been stopped on this euro. It started off okay, but just didn't keep the momentum to the downside. It might stall itself here, but that's me done on that. It's looking, if anything, like it may be putting on a bigger reversal here, bigger bounce from these lows. It's running, okay, it's running to its daily S2, so there's, to some extent, that's often the range of this. But this does look, on the shorter time frame, it's showing a bit of a crack here in terms of the move. It'll probably roll over now and roll over. We'll see. Anyway, I'm leaving this for a moment. Okay, so these markets have danced me a merry dance, I think, this afternoon. Sold off on the news there. Total recovery, stopped out all the stops, I should imagine, that was sitting above the highs here. currently rolling over, but well, catching a bid again. As we look at the finished sort of week off here on a lot of these markets, they have got lower highs coming through even on the weekly picture here, and it does look like it's left on a quite a bearish view into this market with the, as I say, with the lower highs kicking through. The pound, the euros there, the pound's no real difference. It's still looking soft. If it will come up, it'll be good. There we go. It's, to be fair to the pound, it may have a little bit more chance of holding up a bit better. It's sitting into its lower support level, but well, softness. It did me in a bit today. I feel it did eventually go get the target there after stopping me out. Maybe being a bit early, but the thing with these is you see the setup that I like. It's a nice bear flag, and the chances of the rollover there straight away, unfortunately, it as I say, just nibbed me out first, nabbed me out even. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day. I wish you a great weekend, and I'll catch you next week. Bye for now.